I talk to you? I want to ask you something important, and I want you to tell me the truth.
What?
Why are you down here?
I just don't want it no more.
It's over because you want it to be over. I'm glad.
I do.
It's just, you never quit anything since I've known you.
I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, look what happened. How did everything that was so good get so bad?
What's so bad? Tell me, what?
I wrecked everything by not thinking for myself. I mean, I host this draft every year. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this league and into this draft. You know, I started off back 10 years ago killing these chumps. And look at me now, last place. This league is better than me, better than I ever was. It was all fake news. Those wins and my championship in the beginning of this league weren't real. I was beating lesser opponents. It was all a lie, making me think that I was better than I was even though I wasn't.
You are good, and it wasn't a lie.
My rise to the top wasn't right, Jess. When I was winning, I never played anybody that was in their prime. And for the past few years, I've been hanging on to the notion that I was or am still a champ, but it's all a lie. I've been living a lie and lying to myself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand, but you gotta understand that this league was always good. It might be better now, but it was always great.
Oh, Jess, that league wasn't any good, and I'm just seeing that now. You wake up after a few years thinking you're a great player, but you're not. You're a loser.
You're not a loser. Your championship and wins were always real.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I don't believe in myself no more. Don't you understand? When a fantasy football player don't believe, that's it. He's finished. It's over. That's it.
That's not it.
That is it.
Why don't you tell me the truth?
What are you putting me through, Jess? The truth is, I don't want to put the research in anymore. I don't have the time.
Everyone knows you have the time. I do all the housework, clean up after the kids. You have all the time in the world. What's the truth, damn it?
I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I can't compete in this league again.
I'm afraid too. There's nothing wrong with being afraid.
Well, there is for me. For fantasy commissioner, there is.
Why? You're human, aren't you?
I don't know what I am, but I do know I'm a loser. And because of that, I finished tied for last place last year.
You couldn't control any of that. It was clear you had the most injuries to your team, and even though you had the best draft, the best fantasy football players can only do so much with all the injuries your team had. You're a champion. You want to tell me your championship years ago wasn't real? Well, I don't believe it. But it doesn't matter what I believe because you're the one that's got to carry that fear around inside you. Afraid people think you suck at fantasy football? Afraid you can't draft a good team? Well, none of that's true. But it doesn't matter if I tell you. You have to settle it. Get rid of it. When all the smoke clears and you're done playing this stupid game, it'll just be me, you, and the kids. And you can't live like this. It's going to bother you for the rest of your life. Look what it's doing to you now. The kids think you can do it, so do I. But you gotta do it for the right reasons, for you.
And if I lose?
Then you lose with no excuses, no fear. And I know you can live with that.
How'd you get so tough?
I live with a fantasy football player.
I really love you.
Hey, Brad. Then I guess there's only one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win!
Win.
Win! Win!
What are you waiting for?
My time to regain the throne is now. I was a champ? No, I am a champ. And it's time to remind all you just how good I can be. 12 Men in the Huddle, 2017 fantasy football, it's back. Yo, Jess! I'm gonna do it!